Hey guys, welcome to the next episode of RUSE. Yeah, today we're on the map Frontline. Yeah, and before we start this one, I have to say, if you're wondering, I had this game online yesterday a few hours, but the problem is that the English version did not have no sound, so my freaking software is messing me up. I don't know why that happens. So I'm now gonna record this one again, but I'm gonna have to do it a little faster because I have lots of work to do still now. Yeah, but at first, thanks to Quebec a lot for this one. He sent me one or two replays. Um, and also thanks to RK-10. I think these guys know each other and play sometimes. Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty interesting game, I have to say. Yeah, as I said before, I recorded it one time, but the sound was not working, or I don't know why. The German version had a sound, so yeah, let's not talk too much. So down here we see Quebec playing as American against RK-10 as a German. Yeah, I would just say let's keep it rolling and see what they're doing now.
Sir, enemy is blitzing in this sector.
Okay, we can see very fast. Quebec is putting a decryption on RK-10. He wants to see what's coming out of the HQ. If these are aggressive buildings or if these are
Receiving
supply
report.
depot, or he could see now that this is the airfield because the line is so long and everything. Yeah. So what's
Sir, enemy
Yeah,
is
only
blitzing in
decryption.
this
So
sector.
what kind of ruses is RK-10 using? He's only using Blitz on his main sector, nothing else. Okay. Yeah, okay, so Quebec's reacting here with a AA base against the German airfield. Why not? Perfect counter against that. Supply depots. RK-10 is taking 4 of them. What's this truck? And the barracks, okay. And Quebec is getting
A new ruse is at
one,
our
two,
disposal.
three, four supply depots,
Yes, sir.
and he is
Deploying
getting an
camouflage
airfield and
nets.
putting up camouflage net in the last second. So he has as
Infantry is
much
en route to the building
seconds
site.
left
Building
of the
supply
camouflage
craft
as
ready.
possible. Okay, so here comes another supply depot. Yeah, and because of decryption, he can see it. Very nice. So what do we have now? Okay,
Sir,
interesting.
enemy is
Yeah, and
blitzing in this
the
sector.
first time I recorded this game, I said um, these two guys are very good players. Um, it's gonna be a very, especially because they are so good players and normally very aggressive ones. It's very interesting how this game is gonna go, because the only reason why they're doing the kind of game is because they have respect of each other and don't want to get their ass kicked. That's what I think is the reason why it's gonna be like it's gonna be, because it's gonna be a pretty long one, and I don't think that's normal for these guys. But it's gonna be good for us to see. Okay, so here comes the first non-researched fighter trying to snipe the truck, but it got camouflage in the last second. Okay, so now there's a lot of. That's a good idea, I have to say. The German knows that the American only got an AA base, and he's probably expecting him to get an airfield because he's got camouflage on. So these are the normally a very good thing to do, because they can start sniping the supply depots. But the more important reason is normally American would get fighters or advanced fighters, but he's doing something very smart. Good idea, I have to say, because this here is a Thunderbolt. So that means this is going to be his tank cover, and he's going to additionally pump out some M16s to support his fighter bombers. So this is something maybe probably Team Red does not expect to happen. Fighter bombers are right away. And if you look at one thing, Thunderbolts have got 31 against planes, and the non-researched German fighters only have 31 also, 630 kilometer. These here have... come on. Also, see, from the speed and from the firepower, they're exactly as good as these. Okay, so now RK-10 thinks, ah shit, I'm gonna loop a recon. And good idea. So he's pumping out a lots of M16s now. I think M16s for the moment, right decision. Yes, they can be sniped by the fighters, but you can spam them out more and have a lot bigger range of AA cover with these cheap ones. And they're very, not that bad, I have to say. Okay, so now RK-10 has taken himself the front supply depot, so he's in the advantage of 1 right now. Yeah, now comes the first recons here also. Okay, so Quebec wanted to snipe this recon here, but he was intercepted. Here comes the German fighter bomber to snipe some stuff, but yeah, we can look at this maybe 1 second. For now, RK-10 doesn't even know yet No, he had a recon in, but he could maybe think these are infantry guys because they look light. But in real, they're AA guns. Okay. So Thunderbolts are trying to do their job. Here comes a light bomber very fast. Probably he wants to snipe this supply depot or something. Nice job. Another recon was sniped. Yeah, he lost the Thunderbolt. Okay. Okay, first supply depot down. Very important for now. Another recon was sniped by a Thunderbolt. Yeah, I think this is pretty cool because AA guns so close to the enemy is going to annoy his planes. Yeah, but the perfect counter against these M16s is an armored recon, but here comes a Thunderbolt to take it out. Nice job. Okay, so now RK-10 is pumping us a little AA guns out too to support his planes. If we look at this as a direct fight, M16s would kick their ass very easy. Okay, another bombing run happening here. Camouflaging it a little too late. Nice job to bomb this stuff. Okay, back here. I see the first admin coming out now. Yeah, this is something that normally does not happen by these guys, I would say. Here's the next admin too. Okay. So what's moving up here? Okay, so now RK-10 is trying to take the front woods with his AA guns. Good idea. Because then he can have his planes flying over it and not much gonna happen with his planes because then it's gonna be very annoying for Quebec to fly over the AA and everything. Yeah, see? Plane down already. This is a cool troop mix. Everywhere you got two M16s split as different kind of troops. To have to cover a lots of ground here. Okay, what's this? Light infantry, okay. Here comes a JU-87 to snipe something, but not worth it. Yeah, lots of admins very early. This is something I really don't know that they usually don't do that. That's why I said before, only reason I could think about is because they got respect of each other and don't want to make no mistake. Sure, and if one guy starts with admins, you maybe gonna have to do the same thing, or you're gonna have to rush him fast. Okay, comes nice job, heavy infantry. He researched already. I think this should probably be for the AA guns in the woods. Take that out fast. RK-10 is taking the front supply depot now here. Yeah, very stupid that my software messed me up. Have to do this one under the week now. A little in a hurry now. But I think we're gonna be able to see most of the stuff happening here. Okay, interesting. So Quebec is not using this aggressively. He's trying to put an infantry guy close to each AA gun, so he can maybe, if armored recon attacks, surround them with infantry and then shoot him with the bazooka. So they're just to protect their own AA gun, his own AA guns, I think. Yeah, lots of admins on the field already. Back here also. Yeah, or this is just maybe a fun game. They wanted this to happen. Okay. Okay, so now infantry is moving up. Followed by the M16s. Nice job. So, RK-10 just sniped two M16s over here. Okay, so now I think Quebec wants to take down the supply depot. Nice job sniping some AA guns and the recon. No, just AA guns. Now comes the infantry with Blitz. Yeah, they're gonna try to take down the supply depot, definitely. Good idea, not let your enemy get too much money. Yeah, and he's using his AA guns very nice job, I think. What's this? He's got advanced fighters already now. Okay, but these two armored recons are sniping the infantry. Also, fighters are waiting to attack. Okay, so now Quebec has taken the supply depot over. Good idea. Then it's gonna continue producing trucks. And he moved his AA guns together to have more firepower at once. Yeah, and every truck that's gonna be produced here is gonna be stupid for RK-10 because it's gonna be money that he can take back later. Okay, so what's happening here? Yeah, for now, still lots of admin happening. Here's our armor base already. Probably researched the tanks, I would say. Ah, here's some money that's gonna reach Quebec probably. Ah, no, it's gonna be sniped. Okay, here comes some fighters to snipe the M16s again. Very nice job. But here comes lots of Thunderbolts. Nice job, and he took down the recons that were here. Okay, lots of M16s coming. Ah, nice, trying to attack the woods here. And also lure in some planes that they maybe get sniped over the AA guns. Okay, so here comes a secondary HQ on this side to produce more admins probably. Okay, I can attack again against all the AA guns that are moving at the moment. Nice job. Yeah, and the planes are, see, that's what I hate too. Sometimes your planes follow other plane that just attacked your own units, and that's a problem. It's gonna fly over AA then, try to lure them in and everything. So that's a little strategy you can do sometimes. Just attack something close to enemy planes, then the enemy planes will follow you back and go over your own AA. Okay, so now he's sneaking up a little bit with infantry, followed by lots of AA guns to secure the middle very fast and very securely. Okay, so here we got the second airfield. Still lots of admins. Here's a prototype base, probably researching to some verbal wind. Or maybe he's gonna get some Wolf ramen, the assault gun stuff, to take down these M16s. Ah, here's some infantry sneaking through to harm some AA guns probably, or go get close. Okay, but it's been sniped very fast. Okay, so now because Quebec probably has seen, okay, Tiger and some armored units coming out, so he's pushing back his AA guns. Good decision. They'll be sniped then anyway if the tanks get too close. Okay. Here comes the secondary HQ to the front. Okay, he's building lots of buildings now. Okay, everything what in these. Ah, he's getting an armor base here, armor base here, armor base here. Ah, he's okay. He's gonna try to do something like a little blitz attack or a rush attack or something like that. He's gonna probably have super Pershings coming out here in big amounts. Also some infantry going in the woods. But I would say the German, yeah, he's got two armor bases. He's getting ready for King Tigers probably as a counter. Ah, he's starting to produce admins all the way back here. Yes, definitely here's something happening. Yeah, see how fast the super Pershings are coming out now? Wow. But there's tigers being produced, king tigers being produced already too. Yeah, and there's more armor bases coming from RK-10. So this is gonna be a problem over time, sure. Quebec has got Thunderbolts to support his tanks, but king tigers are very nasty. I hate them if you are playing against them. Yeah, and here comes some Wolf ramen to snipe all of these light units and everything. Ah, also Quebec got himself some M19s. I can see him in the stack here. Okay, one problem could happen over time. Quebec is using Willies as a recon. Yes, you can get a lot of them and have a lot more space covered, but because of this stuff, fucking Wolf ramen and everything back there, they're gonna be killed very easy. So it's gonna maybe have to change to Greyhounds or something like that. Okay, here's a attack happening now. But the German Tigers are in a nice line, defending and everything. Here comes a lot more recons, okay. Yeah, a lot of stuff is blinking in here. Okay, Quebec is attacking some AA guns on this side. Why not? Maybe he's got some kind of bombing planned. Okay, this is not bad. Here comes some priests now. to probably start shooting at buildings if they're standing here. Okay, maybe Quebec didn't even want to attack. Maybe all they wanted to do is have lots of tanks here that they can get through, and then have artillery shooting from behind the woods at everything. Also back here I can see the first Mörser heavy artillery coming up from RK-10. Ah, but he's starting to shoot at the admins back here. Ah, nice job. So here comes, I like this as a counter against those heavy artillery if you get close enough. M40 armored artillery, they'll shoot pretty far. Probably their mission is to shoot at some buildings back here also. Yeah, so now priests are starting to take down buildings here for sure. Yeah, this back here is being shot at too, all these buildings here. I just lost 2 buildings. Okay, so now the M40s are starting to shoot. Okay, also lots of tanks are shooting. He's probably trying to attack. Yeah, that's the problem. If you wait too long against the German and he gets too many King Tigers, and you only got armor 4 tanks, it'll be a problem. The only thing that can help you out is if you got a lot of armor bases and can pump very fast, because super Pershings are very fast. And if you get a lot of them, it'll be good. But yeah, King Tigers are very nasty. I hate them against you. But the good thing is, Quebec is taking down as much armor bases as he can. That means that the production of the King Tigers are going to be slowed down, definitely. Yeah, he's moving back now, better, because the King Tigers are moving up. Gonna probably do a last defense line back here. Okay, this map is a lot full of admins, very funny. Yeah, now the King Tigers are moving up and they are strong ass. Okay, this is gonna be a very nasty fight. It's very tight here. Haven't got much space to make a big line with your tanks. Yeah, there's a lot of King Tigers here. This looks like a big problem. Yeah, now he's using Greyhounds. Better that way. But I think even Greyhounds are gonna have a problem if there's lots of Wolf Ramen shooting at him. Okay, now the artillery shooting at the buildings here. That's gonna be a problem if they're gone. Then he can't produce tanks in the front, but he can produce them here. Okay. Uh-oh, so these buildings are dying now. All of them are down, even the secondary HQ, and I think RK-10 is getting ready. Yeah, see, he has a very nice long line, which means lots of tanks are going to be shooting at the same time because the line is so long. Okay, so this is the final battle, I would say, because the guy who loses is going to be messed up. Yeah, and oh, now comes the fighter bombers from Quebec also. Yeah, and the nice job is RK-10 waited very long to use his fanatism. Yeah, so this one's over. Funny one. Okay, then thank you very much to both of you guys. Was a funny one, interesting one. There's gonna be some more coming from Quebec. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed it too. And sorry again for me having to take off this game yesterday because there was no sound. Very stupid stuff. Yeah, and then I would say see you next time. Bye bye.